Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Author Boss Virtual Book Fest. I am so honored to have this opportunity to be your presenter for this amazing Authors Festival. I want to, first of all, thank God for the visionary of this amazing book fest, Nadia Francois. She's my friend. She's my girl. She is one of the most motivating and inspiring women entrepreneurs I know. And it amazes me how much she pours into the lives of others, her passion and her commitment to see women and men succeed in business, life, and as authors and podcasters. And I'm just so grateful for our connection. So thank you, Nadia. I appreciate you, lady. So today I have the unique opportunity to speak to you from a topic that is so passionate to my heart, the secret to real success, adding value to others. Let me say that again, because I almost became tongue twisted. The secret to real success, adding value to others. I could speak on this topic for days. No, really, for weeks, months, even years, because of the great impact that it has had in my life. I know that what has caused me to prosper is pouring into other people. I believe that adding value to other people is like a stepping stone that brings you closer and closer to your dreams. So let's get started. And I want you, first of all, to allow me to just share a little bit about myself. So, of course, I'm going to hop around here and get to sharing my screen at this time. And so, as I stated, we're talking about adding values to others is the secret to success. Well, first of all, I am a person who values family. So I want to just introduce myself because sometimes we could dive straight into business, but I want to let you know that your family matters. And the first place that you need to be adding value is in your family. So of course, you see the pictures of my beautiful family. Let me start off first of all saying I am a wife. I'm married to George Mark, 6 years of marriage. Yes, 6 years. Excited about that. But I'm also a mother of 4 daughters, 3 bonus daughters and my biological daughter. And I consider us all family. We are a blended family. I have 9 grandbabies. As you can see, all these beautiful babies on the screen. And then I live here in Forney, Texas, of course, but I'm born and raised in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. So I always tell individuals I'm a 504 girl for life. So though I'm here in Texas, I'm a 504 girl for life. And so I'm a licensed minister and an ordained elder. Okay. So a little bit about me as it relates to business. Well, of course, I have my name up there, Jeronda Marks, also known as Coach J, because I believe that it's my God-given assignment to push, to provoke, to pull people just toward purpose and destiny. And so how do I do that? I do that through several businesses that God has allowed me to bless. One of them is I am the CEO of URU Associates, LLC, which is a business and leadership coaching and consulting firm, where we help to train, coach, and develop individuals such as yourself as leaders to boost and to build your confidence for success professionally, whether it be in your career, business life, or ministry. Also, I'm proud of this one here. I'm the president and CEO and founder of Dream Pusher Academy. This is my baby. Yes, this is for youth and young adults. And this is my nonprofit organization where we're teaching future-ready skills, employability skills, preparing our teens and young adults for academic and workforce success. And so with that, we are focusing on leadership, entrepreneurship, creative writing, and public speaking. And then, of course, that's what this festival is all about, authors, you pouring into yourself, where I, of course, am the owner of URU Publishing, a self-publishing house, I would say. I've authored 3 books, 4 ebooks. And so with all of that being said, I just love adding value to people. And so over the past 26 to 27 years, I've been serving in the business community, empowering leaders, professional development experience, and all of those wonderful things. And so God has truly blessed me to be able to coach, train, and develop over 9,000, probably more than that, because sometimes you're impacting people's lives and you can't even put a number on it. But I know that God has allowed me to impact so many leaders and and also business owners as well in counting. So I just want to share that so that you all have an idea of who is pouring into you. And so again, I thank you all for tuning in. So let's get started. So as I stated, we're talking about adding value to people, and that's what makes you successful. And with all of that being said, I get people telling me or making statements like, you have a lot going on. You're doing so much. Why aren't you burnt out? Well, I'm not burnt out because I'm a giver and a receiver. Okay, let me pause and let that sink in for a moment. I am a giver. Yes, I give, but also God allows people to pour back into me as well. And not only that, you have to understand that that's how God works. You have to be a conduit for the blessing. So God doesn't give a blessing to who he can't get a blessing through. So yes, when you receive, you have a charge and a commission and a mission to give back. And so that's why I'm not burnt out, because I enjoy doing this. This gives me life when I'm able to give to people, but then also I have to be a receiver. Okay, so 3 things we will discuss in our conversation on today. We're going to talk about what does it mean to add value to others. See, the what. And then we're going to talk about why you should add value to others, right? The importance of you doing this. And then how do you add values to others? Because sometimes we don't realize that, we have to be intentional with adding value. And there's some things that we can do on a daily basis to add value to others. And then I'm going to share with you, which I call it my bonus share, just some additional real quick 17 ways you can add value to others to get your mind thinking, and then to help you to be intentional in looking and seeking out those opportunities to bring value and to add value to others. And, even before we go on, I want to share with you that this is one statement that I love to close out with when I'm having a speaking opportunity, or I'm in the presence of other people. I come into someone's presence one-on-one. This is what I always say: girl or guy, dude, go out and add value to every room, to every table, and to every life you encounter. Because our lives is made up of rooms and tables, spaces and places. And so any opportunity God gives you to have breath in your lungs and allows you to walk into a certain space, that could be Walmart, that could be at Nothing But Cakes. That could be anywhere, the bank, right? The gas station. You have an opportunity to add value to the lives of other people. So I'm going to share that with you. That's what I say. Go out and add value to every room, to every table, to every life you encounter. Okay. So listen to this. Every single one of us, not just the leader, right? Every single one of us needs encouragement. But not only do we need encouragement, we need it daily, regularly. Okay, please get that, because when just one seed of positivity, of an act of kindness can shift somebody's life. So get that. Every single one of us needs encouragement. And not only one time a day, regularly, right? Not one time a week or once a month, regularly. But also, one of the greatest things that we can do in life is to add value to everyone we meet. I don't care who it is. I don't care the color of their skin. I don't care if it's a little baby. It doesn't matter what ethnic group they are. It does not matter. Everyone we meet can use some encouragement and use something positive to really enhance their life, okay? So this is a principle that I live by. Givers never go without. Yes, givers never go without. So for all of you entrepreneurs, speakers, some of you are ministers and preachers and teachers. Some of you may be parents. You may be a friend. You may just be someone just on the street. Givers never go without. Please remember that, because God will bless you because you are a giver. All right. This is a powerful quote that I love. You see, I have my highlights there. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion. And the will to help others. So as you can see, we're not here on earth just to be selfish, to think that it's all about us. But look what Albert Schweitzer says. He says, the purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion, and the will, having a will to help others. That's why we're here, okay? And then also, I love what John Maxwell says. He is one of my favorite leadership gurus. And this is what he said: people who add value to others, they do so intentionally. That's the key word. And then he says, I say that because to add value, leaders must give, that's that word again, of themselves, and that rarely occurs by accident. So remember that. Every morning you wake up, you must be intentional, and you must say, Lord, use me today to add value to someone's life. When they come into my presence, they should leave out more valuable and not devalue. Ooh, that's powerful. You should be adding value, so they're leaving out more valuable and not devalue, meaning you're not saying things to pull them down, to tear them down, but you're speaking into their life, or you're saying something to push them forward, to allow their lives to progress and not to degress. Okay, got it? I hope y'all taking some good notes, all right? Here we're talking about, what does it mean? Coach Jay, what does it mean to add value to others? Well, it's simple. I have 3 points here: to help others succeed and become successful. Have you done that today? Have you helped somebody to succeed or become successful? Look at the second point: to be intentional. That's that word again. And making something good happen for somebody else. Which means when God blesses you, you realize that you're not blessed just to be blessed. You are blessed to be a blessing. Yeah, that's what that means. And then look at number 3. This is a word. I know we cringe about this word, but this is a powerful word: to sacrifice, to give up, or to give away your time, your treasure, or your talent. So you see those 3 things: help, be intentional, and then a sacrifice. Oh, God, if you're going to be a leader, and I know I'm speaking to authors and probably potential aspiring authors, maybe you are a leader, a speaker, I don't care who you are. This applies to you, regardless of your title, regardless of your status. This applies to you daily. Every day, you should be doing that. You're going to be blessed by doing it. That's all Coach Jay is trying to tell you. So this is what it means: be the first to give when you walk into a room. Mind you, I have walk into a room, but y'all know what I mean. When you walk into a room, be the first to give. Ooh, that's a really good one. For many of us, I know we do a lot of networking, and we go into these environments, and I know sometimes we go there thinking about, oh, who can I meet, or what can they give me? And just, it's all about you. No, I dare you to go into that environment, into that networking room, and you be the first one to say, how can I support you? How can I add value to what you're doing? So then when you do that, it's going to reciprocate. It's going to come right back to you. So here's why. We talked about the what. Now we're talking about the why. Why do you want to add value to others? Because you will benefit automatically. Or if you get this in your spirit, you'll go around just looking for opportunities to give. I love hanging out with friends that we almost have to beat each other down to say, I'm going to pay for lunch. I'm going to pay for it. No, use my card. Me and my BFF. So we always just have that type of engagement, like, no, Then sometimes we even sneak to the cash register and tell a lady, don't take her card. I'm telling you, that's because we have a heart to give. Why? Because we know that whatsoever we sow, we're going to reap. So because you will benefit automatically, God will never allow you to give and you not receive. That's why I said this is the best topic ever, because this is how I live my life. And I've seen God open doors for me and bless me just supernaturally. And so the same thing I want to apply for you in your life. So you will be blessed for it and you will benefit for it, even from it. Even if you don't see it immediately, you will see it eventually. Got it? Even though you won't or don't see it immediately, You will see it eventually. But also, too, I want you to know you're going to feel something just go out through your body because you're able to give. Oh, Lord, that's why I say, Lord, bless me to be a blessing, okay? So here's how. Here's how you're going to benefit. Number one, you get fulfillment. I hope you do. That's why I told you something goes all through you when you're able to be a blessing to somebody. You get fulfillment and find purpose in helping others. So your purpose is being defined. Your purpose is being discovered as you're being a blessing to other people, making their dreams come true, supporting their vision, blessing their businesses, right? All I need to know is that somebody has a business idea. And guess what? My juices start, Lord, something just goes all through my body. And I'm like, okay, how can I help them? What resource can I connect them with? Or Lord, just show me what I need to do. Not about what they could do for me, but what I could do for them. So that's number one. Number two, you unlock your full potential when you serve others. You begin to unlock those gifts, those talents, because guess what? Like I stated, God is moving when you're giving. God is moving when you're giving, whether that's your time, your treasure, your money, or your talent, you're sacrificing. God is moving. So he's going to make sure that purpose comes alive in you. Your potential is manifested. Number three, you will not only find wealth, success, and happiness. Oh, Lord, more than that, Lord, but you will thrive in life. What do I mean by thrive? Which means progression. God has progression on his mind for you. So you're going to always be moving forward. Even in times when the enemy may hit you and knock you backwards, God will still allow you to thrust forward. So you're going to thrive. You're going to have joy. You're going to have peace. Come on. You're going to have contentment, right? You're going to be settled in that place, in that space that God has you. So all of that happens. Those are the benefits of you, what? Adding value to others. So I want you to declare this with me. This is what John Maxwell says, and this is what I say every day in my prayer to myself. This is what John Maxwell says. I add value to other people every day. Come on, say that with me. I add value to other people every day. That's why this man is prosperous. And I'll say man of God because he's a man of faith. That's why he's prosperous, because he says every day he's adding value to someone. It doesn't matter where he goes, he's adding value. You could be in the doctor's office, adding value, at the PTA meeting, adding value, in the parking lot, adding value. I don't care where you go, in the mall, adding value. He says, I add value to other people, not one day, every day. I wake up looking for ways to add value to others. This is so good. Y'all know I got to keep going. Why every day? Because you need God's blessing and his favor on your life every day. So I love that. Why every day? Because I thought about that quote. And as I began to really speak it and declare it and decree it, I thought about it. Why every day, God? Why every day does he do this? And then you think about it, you need God's favor, his blessing, God's peace, God's joy. You need all of that flowing every single day. All right. So here's the big quote. This is what Tony Robbins said. If you make it your goal to always find a way to add more value to people's lives than anyone else, then you'll never have to worry about success. Ooh, that is powerful. If you make it your goal to always find a way to add more value to people's lives than anyone else, I'm not worried about my neighbor. It's all about me. What can I do today to add value to someone's life? He says, then you'll never have to worry about success. I love that. You know, what you have to realize is that everybody's success looks different for every person. Your success is not my success, but in the eyes of God, the success is me finding and following the will of God for my life. So if I'm adding value, not just value, more value every day, adding value, I don't have to worry about success. It's going to automatically manifest in my life. That's why when you see people, they selfish, they're greedy. They only think about their family and not other people's family, what they're going through, how they can help. You know, those individuals, you can look at them and you could see that they're not prospering, not just with material things. They don't have peace. They don't have joy. The oil of God is not flowing in their lives simply because they're stingy. And God is not going to bless stingy people. If he can't get a blessing through you, why should he get a blessing to you? All right. That's my word for you today. Okay, let's move forward. If your presence, ooh, this is good. I don't even know who the author is, but I love this particular quote. If your presence can't add value to my life, your absence will make no difference. Which means if you're working on a job and you're one to always go above and beyond, and you're adding value, and you are a person of excellence, and you're going the extra mile, and just say, for instance, your season ends working for that place, and if they don't miss you, that means that you wasn't adding value. If you were doing that, and then guess what? Your absence will be missed. Yes, if you are adding value to people, they know when you are absent. They are looking for you because they know that you add value. I love this quote. If your presence can't add value to my life, your absence will make no difference. When you leave, it makes no difference. But I tell you what, if you've added value in my life, if because you have made me better just by being connected to you, you being in my life, then you will be missed. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Get this. If you want to expand your business, and I know for many of you, that's why you're here and you're going through this professional development festival and you're getting information. And I thank God for Nadia and her passion to see people grow. If you want to expand your business, progress in your career, monetize your work as an artist, creator, author, a podcaster, whatever that is, it is crucial to take others in consideration, because you cannot be successful if people are not supporting you. So you're going to need the support of people. So you got to like people. So you should always want to add value. Why? Because those people help your business to expand, to progress, you to monetize, to even become financially secure and stable because of people giving to you because you've given to them. Listen to this. Success is never attained if you only think about yourself. So therefore, treat people like you want to be treated, okay? Stop using people, but add value to people, okay? The most successful people, they create and give value to others, like we said, not just one time, but constantly. So give more than you ask in return. And then also you offer useful, this is how you can add value. You offer useful advice, a great service or product, inspiration, entertainment, information. All these are different ways in which you can add value. So this leads us to the how. We talked about the what, we talked about the why. Now we're talking about the how to add value to others. Here we go. Offer your time. All right. I know our time is so very valuable, and I understand you're just like me. I want to make sure I'm spending my time wisely. I'm not just doing things just to be doing it. Right. I'm not just busy for nothing. I'm productive. Right. But first, adding value to others means giving my time. That's a challenge because time in nowadays, the most precious resource we have. And so we all have 24 hours every single day at our disposal. And so therefore, we have to use our time wisely. I have an example of SCORE. Many of you know that I'm a part of SCORE Dallas, and those hours and times that I spend coaching and developing aspiring business owners, that's volunteer time. And I have individuals saying, why do you volunteer your time? I've been a part of SCORE for 3 years in Louisiana and now Dallas, no matter, I'm not sure how long it'll be. But I love giving and I love pouring into others and I love helping people's dream come to pass. And so I get asked the question, why do you do this? And I tell them it's like me sowing where I want to go. And that when I sow into the lives of other people, I know that I'm going to reap a harvest, not from them, a harvest from God, because I take time out of my schedule to keep seed in the ground, to sow into others' lives. And so that brings me joy. And not only that, that's where that thriving comes in. My life is thriving because I'm giving. Do you get that? Did you get that? Your life should be thriving because you're giving. And so I want you to be intentional with your time. Yeah, some things, you have to focus on family, focus on, if you're serving in ministry, but also to tithe back into your community, tithe back into someone else's life. I call it a tithe because as I sow my time and my talent and my treasure, I know that God is going to allow us to reap a reward. So offer your time. Okay, let's move forward. Share your knowledge. Be willing to share your knowledge for free. I know, yeah. I know there's a cost and a price tag to your expertise, but I dare you to find a way to give away what you have. Y'all, I'm telling you, this works. Since I've been here in Dallas, I had an opportunity to volunteer my time at the Genesis Center. And these women were women who have been through some traumatic issues, all types of situations. And I realized they had experienced some challenges of really communicating their story. So I said, you know what, God, for the month of June, for 4 weeks, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to sow my time for free to be able to just pour into these ladies, building up their confidence, to speak publicly, to tell their story, to let them know that, they have value to add to somebody's life. And so, yes, it took time. Well, I had to drive. It wasn't that far, but it's just the fact that, of course, it was outside of my city, but I drove there, and I tell you what, when I went into those settings, it energized me. When I left, I said, God, mission fulfilled, and I felt the peace of God. And so me freely sharing that, not asking for no stipend, not asking for them to give me no money. I even blessed those ladies with my new book. Confidence made me do it simply because I'm a giver. And I wanted them to have these tools so that when they go out in the real world or go and sit in interviews, they are confident in knowing who they are and what they possess. I tell you, that brought me so much joy. So share your knowledge for free, okay? Oh, Lord. I can stay on that forever, all right? Let's go to the next one. Give it away. Just like I did with the book, I gave it away. When it comes to adding value to others, generosity proves to be a game changer, which means give it away. Yeah, look, Jesus, that's what he did. He freely gave of his life for us. Look at this quote that I have here. It is more blessed to give than to receive. That's scripture. And I decided to become a channel of generosity. That's what I want. And I'm blessed to be a blessing. And I say that all the time, that this is what God has called me to do. My generosity adds value to other people. All right, here we go. Encourage others. Just a simple word of encouragement can shift the trajectory of someone's life. Your words, they are powerful. Look what I have here. Words are singularly the most powerful force available to humanity. When this was a Jeronda Berg. I hope I said his name correctly. It's the quote that he said. So you take time to read it and read it slowly, but I'm going to go through it. He says, we can choose to use this force, which is our words, constructively with the words of encouragement, or destructively using words of despair. Words have energy and power with the ability to help, to heal, and to hinder, to hurt and to harm, to humiliate and to humble. In essence, with Jeronda, and I hope I'm saying his name right, y'all. Don't charge that to my heart, charge it to my head. So what he in essence saying is scripture. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. So your words, yes, it can add value or it can devalue a person. So use your words wisely. All right. Here's another one. Show affection, be kind, be considerate. Y'all, this is so key. We're experiencing this even with our young people, I just tell them, just be kind to each other. You all have enough things that you have to face on a daily basis, and you don't even know how your expression and your kind words can go a long way, y'all. So I say that to you as adults. Your affection lifts others' mood. Help, offer a gift. Show other people, that they matter by just listening to them. Make time for them. Give someone your full attention. Give them a hug. Sometimes that's all a person needs is a hug. That's adding value. That's letting them know that I see you. Yes, y'all, that's powerful. I remember I received a text from one of my dear friends, and it just blessed me, because sometimes you don't even know how much of an impact you're making on them. And he shared with me, he said, I thank God for you because you saw me. Yeah, you saw me when other people may have looked over him and maybe thought he was a nobody. I saw him. And the same thing God wants to say to you. Stop looking over people. Let people know that they matter. All right. Y'all know Coach Jake can stay on this all day, but I got to get on up out of here. Okay. But here's a quote I want you to embrace as well. Winston Churchill. I'm a quote lady. So I'm a Bible, books, and business. I'm a quote lady. That's a coach type of coach I am. So I'm always going to give you a quote. But look what it says. Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Meaning that thriving in life, that abundant life, that God kind of life. That's what we want to live, but we live that by giving, okay? All right, so here's some statements. Statements can add value. So here's some statements. You're awesome. That's all it takes. 3 words to lift somebody's spirit, even lift yours. Saying you are awesome. Oh, the work you did was awesome. Good job, great job. Or you can do it. You know, I'm speaking to leaders, right? Because sometimes CEOs, we sit in our seat and we want people to work. But what motivates people is your word. So you have to shift what you've been saying. So you can do this. Yeah, good job. Great job. Keep it up. Stuff like that. That makes a difference. Well done. Sometimes people need to hear that, not just your employees, but also in your family. Because sometimes we say more kind and positive words to people outside of our home than those right here in our home. Okay, so saying positive things, adding value to our children. When they go out in the real world, then they don't look for others to add it, although that's what we want other people to add. But if they don't, they're getting it at home. Okay. All right. Simple things can add value, like pick up your phone, stop texting, pick up your phone and tell your friend how much you appreciate him or her. Send someone an encouraging message. Yeah, something encouraging. Write your mentor letter, someone who has inspired you and have helped you along the way to show your appreciation. Stop on your way to the next meeting and let your coworkers know, or your employees know, that they're awesome. Then don't wait another minute. Do it now, because sometimes we procrastinate, but tomorrow is not promised. So for somebody right now, you might need to pause, Coach Jay, and put me on pause, and you might need to take out your phone, and you might need to text someone right now who you know you've been thinking about, you know you haven't heard from in a while, and text them. Or someone that's in your home, and you know you haven't really been intentional in saying something kind. Text them, call them, write a note to them, give them a card. I don't know. You know what you need to do, okay? All right, remember I said I wanted to give you a bonus share. 17 ways you can add value to others. Provide useful information. Stop holding on to information. You are somebody's bridge. You are somebody's resource. Offer referrals. Yeah, I was on an IG live yesterday, just encouraged and inspired by this woman's vision. Refer her. Oh Lord, I love that. Something went on through me. Refer her. Refer somebody. Put their name on your lips, and you speak them up, right? Not down. Speak them up. Upgrade them by you referring them to be a speaker, referring their book, referring them. That's so powerful. Give great tips and advice. There's so many ways you could do that. You could do that verbally. You could do that through social media or an e-blast, something like that. Introducing people to a possible partner, that whole collaboration, your name on their lips, you speaking somebody's name up. Especially if you're in a room of some decision makers. I'll be waiting to be in rooms to say, did you know so-and-so? They're doing that too. How about I give you their number? That kind of thing. That makes a world of a difference. Making connections is an amazing way to provide value. Make recommendations, offer gifts, sponsorships, promotional products, answer questions, send invites. All right. Sorry for that typo. Spread the words. Listen for feedback. Give credit. Try to understand the other person, just simply listening to others, y'all. So those are a few things that I want to share with you. But the bottom line is, as I wrap up, and like they say, as I come to a close, we need more givers than receivers. Got it? We need more givers than receivers. I know that door of opportunity, it will open. I know you've been waiting for the breakthrough, the miracle, the increase, the finances or change, whatever it is. But I dare you to be a giver rather than a receiver. Yes, receive, but don't always be looking for people to bless you. You be the blesser. I love what my pastor said. She said, oh my God, this was so powerful. She says, you know what? I don't want miracles, not the downgrade miracles. I want to be somebody's miracle. And that's my prayer. When we talk about adding value, I want to be somebody's miracle. I can't be anybody's miracle if I'm broke. I can't be anybody's miracle if I'm not making connections, right? If I'm not a resource, right? So we need givers, more givers than receivers. Look at this. Humanity needs you. All right. Humanity, the world needs you. So stop being afraid and fearful. I'm telling you, do whatever it is that God has called you to do. Do it scared. All right. Guess what? It needs your smile, the world. It needs your smile, your words of encouragement, your generous deed, your failures and your victories. You can add value to people's lives just by being transparent. That I know what you're going through. I've sat where you've sat. I've been there, smoked the weed, ran around, fornicate, whatever it is that you did, stop holding that back, because they need to know that you are a walking, living, breathing miracle, and that you would not be here if it wasn't for someone adding value, taking time to preach the word, taking time to speak and talk to you, to pray for you. I didn't even put that as one of the things. Prayer is adding value. When you take the time to not just say you're going to pray, but to do it. All right. All right, y'all. So think and do it. All right. So I want you to do this for me and really do this exercise. Whenever you get some quiet time, if you're not able to do it now, but I want you to take out a piece of paper and I want you to take time to answer these questions. What is one thing you can do today? Okay, we're talking about adding value. What is that one thing that you could do today to add value to someone's life? So identify the person or identify the thing, and then you can identify the person, or you can identify the person, and then identify the thing that you can do. The one thing, because I know sometimes we get caught up on the multiple things, and then we never get anything done and never get around to it. So what's the one thing I can do today? Find out what that one thing is. Then what is the one thing you can do this week? Okay, what's the one thing you can do this month? What's the one thing you can do this year? All right. And then what's the one thing you can intentionally do every single day? Got it? All I'm trying to do is put you in the rhythm of giving. Okay. I want to put you in the rhythm of giving. Okay. What are those things that you can do that will make a difference in your life? Okay, so you might want to even break that down. What can I do? That one thing I could do today that can move my life forward, okay, or an organization forward, or your community, or your children. I don't know what it is, but you have to find the one thing, and then you have to do it, okay? So take some time and do that. That's like an exercise that you might want to kind of journal out, and then put into practice, and do it every single day. Yeah, do it every single day. So in conclusion, I've shared with you how to add value, offer your time, share your knowledge, give it, whatever it is. Now, you can add value to people's lives by giving a purse away too, yeah. Shoes, because y'all know sometimes we have all this stuff in our closet and we wear it once and it's stuck in our closet and there are people that may need it, okay? So give it away, your time. Come on, those resources, those courses, speaking opportunities. Sometimes you may have to do it for free, but guess what? That'll come back to you on the back end. Yes, on the back end. Encourage others, show affection, be kind, be considerate. Okay. Also, why do this? Why add value? You get fulfillment and find purpose in helping others. You unlock your full potential when you serve others. You will not only find wealth, success, and happiness, but you will thrive in life. And so because I'm a person who loves to add value to others, there's so many ways that I do so, definitely through social media, through various gifts and all that stuff. I want to gift something to you. I would love to add value to you. So go to yourupublishing.com. Okay, the letter U, the letter R, the letter U, publishing.com, and get my free ebook, Turn Your Passion to Profit. Because many of us, we have some of us that are new, maybe you're coming on and you don't have a book and you're desiring to be an author or what have you. Let your story, turn that, if you're a caterer, a cook, whatever it is, that knowledge, that expertise that you have, turn it, your passion to profit. So that's the ebook I want to bless you with. And that way you could join our e-community, and I would love for you to be a part. And that's my way of adding value to you. Okay. So I do want you to stay connected with us. We have some great things that are coming up. You can follow me on Instagram at Jeronda M or Jeronda Speaks. And I just really thank you all so much for your time. And so again, I want to give a shout out to Nadia, who has such a unique passion and a drive for entrepreneurship and for her putting this together, her entire team. I thank God for being a part of all the co-laborers, those of us that have a passion just to add value to people's lives. We all thank you for your time. And so I want to just encourage you all, let's all just stay connected. And this was truly definitely an honor for me to be here. So I am Jeronda Marks, also known as Coach J. And I want to say to you, go out and add value to every room, to every table, and to every life that you encounter. I love you, and I'm praying for you to win in life.
Greetings, great people. How y'all feeling? All right, so we're going to do something real quick. Stand up if you got a husband. Stand up if you got a son. Stand up if you got a brother. Stand up if a male or a man had anything to do with you being birthed. I guess it means we got everybody. So I asked that question. Y'all can sit down. I asked that question because essentially men are a critical part of our community. Would y'all agree with that? Yes. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
All right. So if you had the ability to take the men, the boys in your life, and give them something before they needed it, would you do it? Yes. Would you do it? You? So essentially, this book, 101 Things I Wish My Father Taught Me, was my attempt at that, and still is what happened. A little bit about me. I'm from Baton Rouge, grew up here. Normal story, you know what I mean? Single parent household, grew up in the hood, went to Southern Lab, which was a little different. And it's funny, like going to lab, right? So you remember Chad Banks? It was the first time I had seen or been in a brick house, right? So this whole thing of having a brick house, oh, it's rich, all that type of stuff. So growing up a little differently, but you fast forward a little bit. At this point, I'm a serial entrepreneur, probably pushing 30 years. In 4 years, I've been doing business on my own, legally through companies, corporations for 30 years. That's a substantial amount of time. Met Bill Gates, done stuff with just about anybody in the tech industry that you can kind of think of, planted stuff on 3 different continents, still have stuff in Africa, building and creating things kind of across the planet. Came back to Baton Rouge kind of 2016. Youth centers, community centers, various things, forums, urban gardens, yada, 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 all of that stuff. End of the day, my objective is to implant things into people to help them grow into leaders for their families, for their communities, because at the end of the day, I want y'all to say this with me. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to save us. So the reality is, if we don't build stronger people, we don't build stronger men, then we are going to fail. None of the money is going to matter. None of the rest of the stuff is going to matter, because without men, then essentially we don't have communities. We don't have families. So we have to do everything that we can to make that happen. So essentially, this book takes 101 things. It could have been 205 things. It could have been 500 things. But it was 101 things that through my life of building, creating, mentoring, going through, that says, hey, take this, pick this up. If you're 14 years old, you can be like, wow, I can use this. And you can immediately begin to use this. Or if you're 40, you say, all right, well, let me look at this. And, oh, that's a recap. I didn't know this, or somebody told me this 10 years ago and I didn't apply it. But at the end of the day, this is to be used. It's not fictional content. This is something from somebody who's built, created a lot of things, talked to a lot of people, and done. But mainly it is to push people forward, to push young men forward, and to push our communities forward. It's that basic, 101 things. So if you want to have impact on the world going forward, this is a great book for it. And in general, if you want to build, create, and kind of going back, entrepreneurship, technology, business development, I'm Six Sigma, process, I'm in real estate. I'm into a lot of other stuff that I just don't really talk about, but it's about building, creating, bettering our communities. So I'm up for anybody who wants to connect on anything that's positive and anything that's going to change the game. We have to create leaders. We have to create leaders. We have to create men. And the easiest way to do that, right? What's the saying? It's easier to raise stronghold boys than it is to fix broken men. So if we begin intentionally and purposefully, we can do that. Again, Jasiri Basel, JasiriBasel.com or JasiriB.com. Easy to reach. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.